Where did all the pagans go? What is a pagan? If you are like most Americans, you're probably thinking of a witch on a broom, thief on a cross, or worse, a goth in a public restroom. Yikes. Tell me it isn't so. It's not. Truth is, being a pagan isn't all that different from being a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew. We drive cars, take vacations, and sometimes even vote for racist presidents, just as the other faiths do. However, where we are different is in our acceptance of others. Another way of saying this is we are a faith that builds bridges, not walls. We are willing to hear the other side, and we'll even go as far as to pray with them to their gods. For in the old days, whenever a pagan traveled to another village, that's what you did. You respected and honored the gods of that village, for you knew there were many gods. Conversely, as a pagan, you also knew that there was only one ultimate divinity, and that the other gods were different manifestations, or stages, if you will, of that single identifiable creator. No, the pagan wasn't interested in denouncing your God, but in his/hers direct experience with the God. Above the sanctuary at the Oracle of Delphi were inscribed the words, "Know yourself." And this is what pagans intend to do with their time here on earth. For it is through the self-knowledge that we become the oneness with God we seek. Pagan philosophers of the past taught that everything is a part of the interconnected whole. All things are subsumed within the supreme oneness that is God. God is the mind of the universe, and his/her creation is the body. God is Apollo, meaning not many, and also Pan, meaning all. Sounds like a bunch of philosophy mumbo jumbo, now doesn't it? Perhaps. Consider this. The word philosopher means lover of Sophia, the goddess of wisdom. And out of wisdom, we pagans discover the God within. That is to say, the higher self that lies behind the ego self. The old pagan sages recognized the wise inner teacher as the identity, and so saw themselves as immortal gods, not transitory bodies destined to dirt, as some would have you believe. Pagan philosophers of old taught us that by cultivating goodness, we can purify ourselves from selfishness. By cultivating goodness, we break the chains that bind us to our illusionary ego self, freeing us to experience our true divine nature. Central to the pagan path is accepting whatever life brings us as our divinely decreed fate. Surrender the illusions of personal power and recognizing ourselves as puppets of God. This is not a passive resignation, but an actively engaging one, accepting things as they are by being a willing vehicle of God's unfolding purpose in the universe. Sounds good, doesn't it? So then, where did all the pagans go? In a nutshell, pagans of old were much like the small town businesses of today, who meet the needs of the people of the town with food supplies, hardware goods, pharmacy prescriptions, animal feed, etc. Until, that is, the Walmart superstore comes to town and puts them out of business with its one-size-fits-all merchandising. This is what the major monolithic faiths did when they came to town and replaced the local religions with a one-God-fits-all religion, which, unlike they want you to believe, didn't start from the bottom up, but from the top down. Town leaders, backed by the landowners and warlords, brought the monolithic faiths to town through edicts. Townspeople had no choice but convert or die. The old rites became capital offenses, and those who still supported the previous pagan emperors executed. A few people, myself in a previous life being one, kept the truth they knew in their hearts to themselves. They pretended to go along with the new faith, but kept the pagan practices alive when safely alone. Others hid in the woods and trees. Some became solitary practitioners, midwives, others herbalists, hermits, and all would soon be defined as witches, ogres, and devils by the new bully faith, who until this very day is still threatened by the word pagan. Why is that? What are they afraid of? Join me next week when we talk about Donald Trump and his wall. Is it built to keep them out or to keep you in? Think about it. Mote it be.